Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&D.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, proud sponsor of FestPac 2016. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar, and King's Restaurant.
The Pope has issued a new church law related to allegations of sex abuse.
FestPac's over, but a look at the festival finances is only just beginning.
And the 35th Annual International Pacific Islands Bilingual Bicultural Association Conference got underway today on Guam, and that is a mouthful. Hop day, everybody, and good evening. If you're watching us live on KUAM TV or streaming us anywhere in the world on YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in. Well, is it just a coincidence? Because over the weekend, Pope Francis laid down the law when it comes to Catholic bishops who turned a blind eye to child sex abuse allegations.
Jason, the Pope's announcement comes amid an alleged sex abuse scandal here on Guam involving the head of the island's Catholic Church. Crystal Paco reports.
Last week, former Archdiocese of Agana Sexual Abuse Response Coordinator Deacon Steve Martinez called out Archbishop Anthony Apron. That Apron purposely kept church policies weak in order to protect himself. Deacon Steve's allegations follow lack of action from Apron in the midst of being accused of molesting two agate altar boys decades ago.
Some people question, why is Rome doing nothing? And my comment to that is, we don't know if Rome is doing nothing. And so all I can do from my point is hope and pray that we will find a quick resolution to the problems that we have.
And it appears Deacon Steve's prayers were answered. Over the weekend, Pope Francis laid down the law in the motu proprio that Catholic bishops guilty of negligence in sex abuse cases, especially sex abuse against minors, constitutes as a, quote, grave reason to remove a bishop from office. The new law follows long-standing demands by survivors of abuse that blame bishops for shuffling alleged pedophile priests rather than reporting them to police. In an emailed response to KUAM, Deacon Steve believes the Pope's actions aren't coincidental to what's happening here on Guam. Quote, I believe his message is in response to the many prayers and letters the people of Guam have been sending to Rome. While the Pope's letter addresses the issue of bishops who mismanage sex abuse claims, it would logically and naturally extend to bishops who are also accused of sexual abuse themselves, since they have the same responsibility to apply the established policies regardless of who the accused happens to be, end quote. He further adds that he continues to be disappointed in the Chancery, whose complete lack of respect and care for the accused is most devastating. Fortunately, those victims can find comfort in Pope Francis, who has become a champion of the helpless and abused. Also over the weekend, masses were held island-wide for victims of abuse, which included a prayer for healing. In his homily Sunday, Immaculate Heart of Mary's Father Mike Chrysostomo compared the ongoing conflicts to a brewing storm, and he urged parishioners to show compassion towards both the abusers and the victims.
You see, I liken this to a storm, and we are right now currently in super typhoon condition readiness too. You see, we pull together. We come together as a people of faith, as church, to be able to work with each other, to work for each other, so that we can rebuild once again the kingdom of God. I know it's painful at times, but we don't do it alone.
The Concerned Catholics of Guam continue to fight for the restoration of the island's Catholic community as well. In a statement to KUAM, Concerned Catholics of Guam President Gregory Perez says they are pleased by the Pope's message and will continue efforts to get back the Church and return to the Catholic teachings and traditions. Archbishop Anthony Apron, meanwhile, has vehemently denied the allegations of sex abuse. The Archdiocese alleges he is the victim of a malicious smear campaign to topple him because of his efforts to clean up the church and its finances. The Archdiocese claims several people, including Martinez, were part of a plan to sell the RMS property in Jutnya to cover up the church's financial mess. The church announced it is working with one of the most prominent U.S. legal firms and with an independent investigator. However, when asked for clarification on whether the independent investigator was looking into the allegations of sex abuse, we were told the Archdiocese is not providing specifics about the investigation, but assures that they are applying the sex abuse policy in the area. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
A woman involved in 2 hit-and-run incidents Friday morning gets busted for drugs. 21-year-old Elijah Rivers allegedly hit 2 separate cars into Mooning and fled the scene. When pulled over by police, she failed all 3 sobriety tests. A search of her car revealed an improvised glass pipe with suspected marijuana, a vape cigarette pen with suspected THC, and various pills and plastic baggies with suspected hydrocodone, oxycodone, and amphetamine. Rivers was booked and confined.
Well, as a testament to the power of social media, surveillance footage shared on Facebook has led to the arrest of 19-year-old Jerome Ferrer. He's believed to be the suspect caught on camera stealing a wallet from behind the counter at 17-minute photo right up the road from us here in Dededo. When interviewed by police, he stated that there was only $12 in the wallet, and he also admitted that he has a stay-away order from the minor girl with whom he was pictured. Ferrer was booked and confined.
He told police he was cold and just trying to get a blanket. According to court documents, 19-year-old Justin Brell allegedly forced himself on a 14-year-old girl. The alleged victim states she was sleeping when the defendant pulled the blanket from her and exposed his private parts. Despite attempts to push him off, it wasn't until she screamed for her father did Brell run off. When interviewed by police, he denied the allegations. He was booked and confined.
The 12th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture may now be over. Loved it so much. But the review of FestPac's finances will commence in about 3 months. Public Auditor Doris Flores Brooks says that's about the time frame that the FestPac committee will need to close the books before her office may begin its post-audit process. Now, you might recall in a pre-audit, procurement violations were found relative to the festival huts. For the time being, the OPA will be focusing on completing a performance audit on retroactive raises given to staffers at Adelup in 2014. The audit should be done this month.
At least 16 inmates and 9 corrections officers are being tested for tuberculosis after 1 inmate was confirmed to have an active case last week. DepCorp Deputy Director Carla Borra says testing was conducted over the weekend.
At a glance, when we look back at the inmates, nobody is showing any active symptoms, but of course we can't just be sure. That's why they're being tested. Because of the close proximity in the prison, we are taking all precautions. So we're not only testing.
Borja confirms the inmate with active TB remains at GMH for treatment. Up to 24 additional inmates and other corrections officers may be subject to tests because the affected inmate was housed in another location 3 months ago. PPD readings were ongoing as of news time.
Well, got a story for you now that's already created quite the buzz on Facebook since we shared it earlier today, as a strain of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis is now present here on the island, and you're not going to believe how much it costs to treat. Isa Baza explains.
It's a new strain of tuberculosis resistant to routine treatment.
It's generally thought of as a disease of poverty, okay? You know, close living quarters, poor nutrition, mostly those kind of things. It's a disease of the poor, but people can get it. But, you know, if I have it and I happen to be coughing in this room, the likelihood of you contracting it is very, very slim.
Department of Public Health and Social Services Director James Gillen said while the chances of contracting multi-drug resistant tuberculosis are slim and require close contact for an extended number of hours, Guam already has 6 cases, 3 of which were acquired locally.
Now we can say with our local cases, we might say we have endemic multiple resistant strains.
Unresponsive to routine treatment, MDR-TB requires the purchase of a Federal Drug Administration approved medication.
If we could get it through WHO, it would be more affordable, but it has to be FDA approved. And the price went from, I want to say $900 for a 30-day dose to $16,000.
The extreme change in price is something he calls unethical.
People buy a license from a pharmaceutical company to produce the drug, and that's all they've done is they bought the license. By doing that, they can change the price. And that's what they did with this particular drug.
This means treatment can range from $100,000 to upwards of $500,000 per person and takes roughly 10 months to treat. He added there is no federal assistance for these medications. But while price may be an issue, the good news is Guam does have the infrastructure to handle it.
We now have an isolation room at the Northern Area Health Center that's equipped to take care of this.
But MDRT is not a disease the public should be worried about, as it is preventable by avoiding close living quarters and maintaining proper nutrition.
These are preventable diseases. See, from a public health standpoint, you know, we shouldn't even be dealing with this.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Still to come on Primetime, the casino is open, but not the carnival. We'll have the latest at that story more when Primetime returns.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming, Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on, and the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need. It's a beautiful day. Wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you.
We've grown up into this environment that alcohol always seems to be present.
I think that's where the error is, that you have to drink alcohol to have fun.
Because really, alcohol is not good for anybody. It is okay to have an event with youth involved without any alcohol.
You really enjoy and appreciate the true meaning of the parade.
I have a lot of fun and I don't drink.
Guam is truly a majestic place with its sheer natural beauty, wealth of beaches, and culturally rich landscape. Unfortunately, Guam has a real problem with unwanted invasive species. Help us in preventing their introduction and spread. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, the little fire ant, the African snail, Siam weed. These are just a few of the numerous invasives on Guam. Follow proper custom procedures when bringing plants and animals into Guam.
Help protect Guam. Tell your family and friends about invasive species.
To report invasive species, call 475-PEST.
Hot summer cool deals only at Triple J Auto Group. Receive a free $500 Kmart gift certificate with every purchase just in time for summer spending. Get unbelievable deals on remaining 2015s and all new shipments of 2016 models. Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Lobos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $98 per paycheck and used cars as low as $85 per paycheck. Get pre-approved instantly at carsguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Hafa and welcome back. It is a celebration of language and culture, the 35th Annual International Pacific Islands Bilingual Bicultural Association Conference, or PIBA. It kicked off today at the University of Guam. Vice President Rosa Palomo said PIBA aims to cultivate and perpetuate indigenous language across the Pacific.
There is a revitalization going on. there are more occasions where we hear the Chamorro language being spoken. That's a good sign, but it can't stop there. It has to go beyond all of these. It has to infuse itself everywhere.
She says the best way to protect our language is to teach and use it. A shared goal of people members, which include Hawaii, American Samoa, Palau, the Federated States of Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and the Sinai. The conference ends on Wednesday. By the end of the week, the Citizens for Public Accountability group should have met the legal requirement to host 10 village meetings prior to petitions being distributed. The group is hoping to get a voter initiative on the ballot to roll back raises for elected leaders. So far, they've had 7 meetings. The final 3 will be held Thursday, 7 p.m. at the Sinahanya Community Center, Friday, 6 p.m. at the Hagåtña Community Center, and Saturday, 10 in the morning at the Jointna Community Center.
Well, the submarine tender, the USS Frank Cable, departed on its first deployment in more than 14 years from Naval Base Guam Monday morning. It will provide warfighting repairs, rearmament, and provisioning to deployed U.S. naval submarines and surface vessels. More than 300 sailors and 145 contractors will participate in the 6-month deployment to the 5th and 7th Fleet Areas of Responsibility. Also tonight, the opening of the Liberation Carnival has been delayed yet again. Guam Liberation Historical Society Chairman Ray Bloss tells us that although they had planned to open the carnival by today, that date had to be moved to Thursday the 9th at 6 in order to accommodate time needed for vendors to properly prepare. A final inspection of the more than 55 booths will occur tomorrow. It's also worth noting that the casino and bingo facilities are already open for business.
Phone scammers are at it again. GPA spokesperson Art Perez saying some customers are getting calls claiming that their accounts are delinquent and requesting credit information so that they can pay up.
We're also letting commercial customers know that if they receive a call for a demand for payment, otherwise face immediate power disconnection. You know, most likely, and a call originates from an 800 number off island, it's fraudulent. It's most likely fraudulent.
Perez says GPA does accept over-the-phone payments, but will only call to remind residential customers about delinquent notices. In the meantime, there is some very good news for those of you who prefer the convenience of paying your power bill online. GPA's web-based payment portal has been reactivated and is now operational again. It's good news for Jason. The system available at paygpa.com had been offline since April. Customers are able to maintain multiple accounts and review past usage reports. Payments are available 24/7 and are 100% secure.
Well, it goes without saying that it takes a special kind of courage to become a police officer, and in honor of the men and women who serve and protect our community, safeguard our rights and freedoms, and put their lives on the line every day, June 3rd through the 7th has been recognized as Police Week. Here's Police Chief Joseph Cruz.
And then last but not least, our civilian volunteer. On this day and throughout this week, let us celebrate those who nobly serve each day as dedicated public servants who risk their lives and sacrifice precious time with loved ones so their fellow Guamanians can live in peace and security.
The week will be filled with festivities and events, including a police officer's memorial, which will take place Wednesday, honoring all those who have made the ultimate sacrifice while serving our island community. Well, and the party wasn't just for FestPac this weekend, as the island's northernmost municipality held its first ever citrus festival. Jigo hosted the event at that village's gym, which brought together community members, exhibitors, vendors, and experts on various uses, farming tips, and cooking recipes for the various types of citrus fruit that flourishes on Guam for use in food, refreshing drinks, and also for medicinal purposes. Jigo Mayor Rudy Metanani said this is the perfect time for such a festival, given Jigo's rich soil and the time of year to harvest citrus products. I was up there and I had a blast.
Yes, I went there last night and it was really good.
You saw the fireworks though.
Yes, I did. I actually could see them from my home.
Very nice. Well, congratulations to Jigo. Job well done.
Stay tuned. Sports is next. Plus, we'll wrap up the show with some of the sights and sounds from the FestPac closing ceremony. Let's keep it here.
There's a reason why you keep going. When it's your own hard work that brought you to this point. You do everything to protect what you've earned. Because every move that brings you closer to your goals leaves you no excuse but to keep moving forward. This is what makes you an alpha.
Now is the
time, Guam. The Drive and Discovery event is going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Get the award-winning 2016 Hyundai Accent starting at just $11,995. That's right, $11,995. Or indulge in the completely redesigned 2017 Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995. For fast credit approval, visit us online at carsplusguam.com. With quick and easy financing available, the time to buy is now. Come experience the Drive and Discovery event today at Cars Plus Hyundai, the official vehicle sponsor of FestPack. Cars Plus, driven by you.
How do you choose a McPick 2? Are you a beard stroker or a visualizer? Perhaps you're a hand warmer, a lip-pursing eyebrow shifter, or maybe a do-a-little dancer. However you choose, get just what you're craving with a McPick 2. For a limited time, choose any 2 McDonald's classics for $5, like the 100% beef Big Mac, filet of fish made with sustainably sourced fish, or 10-piece chicken McNuggets made with white meat. Enjoy the choice. Find more delicious deals in our app.
When you reserve a party at Chuck E. Cheese's, it's guaranteed to be a blast. Blast off! And now birthdays are more of a blast than ever. Because for a limited time, tickets in the Ticket Blaster are worth double.
So what's the next one up?
So it's just a Buick.
Wow, that doesn't look like a Buick.
So your dad let you borrow the
Buick, Mr. Simmons. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating. I don't think that's what he's worried about.
I bet you haven't seen anything like it.
It's a Buick.
I'm what you'd call an early adopter.
Now, get this 2016 Buick Verano starting at $19,995. Visit AutoSpot Buick today for great offers. We are your Buick dealer of Guam.
All right, Holiday Guam, Chris Barnett with sports. And let's kick it off with a little sup. Stand-up paddleboarders or suppers who want to join in the Supfest paddleboarding comp should register online, voltsportstour.com by midnight. The event scheduled for Saturday, June 11th from 8 to 2 at the Hyatt. No registrations on the day of the event, so get at it. Individual competitive races include 500, 1,000, and 2,000-meter distance options, as well as a 3-person relay and a 250-meter race for paddlers ages 11 to 17. For those looking to paddle for fun, instead of racing competitively, a free skills challenge division is available. The top male and female in each division will receive the grand prize, a Kahuna Creations longboard and paddle valued at nearly $400. Top paddlers in each division will also receive a prize package and certificate. ACAS, a nonprofit educational sports organization offering a treat over the summer break with its weekly day basketball camp for youths starting June 6th to August 5th at Tamuning Gym. Camp consists of 2 sessions. Session 1, 8 in the morning to noon for ages 6 to 10, and Session 2, 1 to 5 p.m. for ages 11 to 14. Cost $85 per week per child. That includes purified water, snacks, and equipment. Now, please have your kid dressed in a dark t-shirt, gym shorts, and rubber shoes. Registration at the Tamuning Gym on Mondays, 8 a.m. for Session 1 and 1 p.m. for Session 2, or you can call the Tamuning Mayor's Office, 646-5211. And visit guambasketball.com for more info and to download camp registration forms. The Masakata training squad played its first official training match of the month against the Guam U14 Boys National Training Squad Saturday in preparation for the EAFF E1 Football Championship preliminary round set to kick off June 29th. The training match is the first of weekly matches ahead of the team's first match of the regional tournament. Masakata, of course, the national women's team, with GFA recently submitting its 30-player prelim roster to EAFF, and out of the 30 players named, 18 will be called up with 2 additional players named as alternates. Guam will open the EAFF tournament with a match against Macau, China, June 29th at GFA, kicking off at 5 p.m. The team will next play the Northern Mariana Islands on July 3rd, also kicking off at 5. Guam competing to advance to the tournament's semifinal round set for November in Chinese Taipei. Game 2 of the NBA Finals, Warriors leading 1-0 against the Cavs. Draymond Green, 3-point shot is good, like Guam is good. Green with a game-high 28 points, 5 of 8 from behind the arc. Golden State with a 17-point lead in the third quarter. Green pumped and getting the crowd into it. Warriors moving the ball. Green to Livingston, back to Leandro Barbosa, gives it up to Klay Thompson. Bang, bang, Thompson, money. From long range, 17 points on the night on 4 of 8 from downtown shooting. The home team, Dub City, up by a dub with time winding down in the third. Curry, steer it up. Chef on the court. Chef Curry with the 3. Curry 18 on the night. Also finishing the game 4 of 8 from the outside. Golden State taking it to the Cavs. All Warriors on the highlights tonight. Sorry, LeBron. The home team taking care of business. TCB, the 2-0 lead behind their 110-77 win from the Oracle. Leandro Barbosa coming off the bench to put up 10 points in 18 minutes on the court on 5 of 7 shooting from the field. Warriors! That's all you Warriors. Now that's golden. Hey, thanks for watching Anything Sports. Hit up our sports director, Dave Delgado, show at KUAM.com. My name is Chris Matt. Thanks for watching. Shoot!
This is a cat. And this is a live photo of a cat. Live photos are more than just photos. They come alive when you touch them. And then they go back to still when you let go. So every time you take a picture, you get more than just a photo. You get to relive the moment. Because it teleports you through space and time. I'm kidding. Time travel is dangerous.
The spring cleaning event is on at Nissan.
Get into a head-turning 2016 Nissan Rogue with up to $5,000 off with no money down. During the spring cleaning event, you'll find great no-money down deals on the Nissan Pathfinder, Versa Note, and Altima. The Nissan Rogue, spacious, stylish, the best all-wheel drive vehicle under $25,000, up to $5,000 off, and no money down. During the spring cleaning event at Nissan Upper Tumon. Find out more at NissanGuam.com.
While hundreds of homeless seek shelter every day, when memories fade like old photographs, and families struggle to care for loved ones with special needs, as young children are caught in the storm of abuse and neglect, we are there. For over 30 years, we have helped Guam's victims of life when there was nowhere else to turn. You can help too by giving $1 a month. God bless you.
Most fast food places use formulas to create their combos, but all that math doesn't always equal something tasty. At my place, you can get a mouth-watering sourdough bacon ranch combo. A full-size beef patty, bacon, and creamy ranch sauce on toasted sourdough bread, plus hot and salty fries and a drink for just $4.99. Because flavor always beats formulas. Sourdough bacon ranch combo, just $4.99 for a limited time. Combo's done my way.
Tourism. It's Guam's #1 industry. And if you look around, you'll see how it's working for all of us. The money we make from tourism goes into projects that keep our island beautiful. From all our major roadways to our village streets, from our historic parks to our pools and beaches.
Tourism works.
Tourism works.
Tourism works. Tourism works for me.
Brought to you by GVB. Suzulis Maasi for making Guam the best place to live, work, and visit.
Did you know that when you purchase products that are made in Guam, you support our local businesses and entrepreneurs?
You allow creative individuals to pursue their dreams. You encourage people to imagine, and you inspire others.
Like me.
And me.
People like me.
And me. And me.
So the next time you're in the market for something, look for products made in Guam. Let's support our local visionaries and allow them to inspire us and generations to come.
All right, everybody, your weather forecast tonight has partly cloudy skies with isolated showers, so it is cooling off considerably. East winds are blowing at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Evening low temperatures at 78. Tuesday and hump day Wednesday, partly cloudy with isolated showers once more. Highs around 89 and lows around 79. That is your island weather for the first part of the week.
All right, let's get to your birthday shout-outs and the newest members to the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy birthday going out to Patricia Cheria.
The entire family and all of the friends of Roy Burke, all of them, every single one of them, wishes Roy a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Celine and Sierra Mesa celebrating their 19th birthday. We love you both so much from the family.
It is a happy 15th birthday to Zachary Regis. This comes from your entire family.
Happy birthday to Logan, Jude, Rosario, Pinella, love mommy, daddy, sisters, brothers, Anaya, Shay, and queen of all, Amber Cretia.
Happy birthday to Kiana Linden Mesa. Happy birthday number 13 from your familia.
Happy birthday to the ever so beautiful Keisha Onadera Garrido.
Former co-worker of ours. Happy birthday. Nene Gogui. Her name is Nadine, but they say Nene as you see on the screen. Happy birthday and cheers from Cara Paloma. Do the Nene.
I
Sabrina
don't
does.
know how to do the name. Happy birthday to Alana Marie Cahaley. And happy belated birthday going out to Gavin J.P. Iglesias, celebrating his 19th birthday, to our Marine Corps Private First Class. Love Dad, Mom, Brianna, and Aria.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, happy 17th birthday from your Nino, going out to Kiko Ekfad.
And that's going to do it for us here on Primetime. Stay tuned. Up next is Cruising with KUAM.
Let me tell you a story by the islands, down to the people of the land, to build their happy homes with the family love. Listen to the children from the village, join together, love is their language. We are the peaceful people of the land. You can sing along. We are one with the air, with the sky, with the sun, with the sea. We are one. We are one.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E,